Hello, thank you for tuning in today. And what I want to say is that first, I am filled with so much emotions, thoughts, and feelings. But I'm happy that I've made it to this point and I'm going to be a mom and I'm expecting my little bundle of joy. And I decided to make a video because I've made other videos prior to this, but it wasn't on this level and it wasn't this personal. So this is a personal journey and a personal blog experience so you can learn a little bit more about me. And I do want to share my experience of what it was like to this point. And I must say, when I first had these symptoms, I was so apprehensive. And it wasn't like it was days of cramping, but it was just like going on for like a week, even into the second week. And it was like, what the hell? Why am I cramping so much? And what is going on? And then I didn't see my cycle. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's just late. Because sometimes that happens. Sometimes you can go through a time where you may get a little off course, but it's normal. But when I seen that my period was not showing up, the signs of just feeling more fatigued than usual and feeling nauseous, and then my appetite was changing in terms of the patterns. At times I wouldn't really want to eat and I would feel sick to my stomach, which I had felt those even during my cycle. I felt sick to my stomach. I just was feeling that even more lately. And then I'll have certain cravings of things that I really like and that I want at that present moment. And I didn't have too many other symptoms yet, so I didn't think so much of what it is or what it may possibly be. But the conversations that I had were kind of like, okay, it sounds a little unusual. You might want to look into that and see what's going on. And I was going to go to a doctor, but I procrastinated on doing that because I just wanted to be sure. Aside from me being distracted with my daily activities, I had to kind of sit myself down and think, okay, you need to look into this. Something is going on. This is not normal and you haven't had your cycle yet. So I decided to do the home pregnancy test. I took the test, air-proof test, which is supposed to be 5 days before your missed cycle. So I definitely got the test. I did what I had to do in regards to following the steps, whatever I need to do from step 1 to whatever steps I had to follow to take it and see what it says on the reader. So when I did do it, I waited, which is about 3 to 5 minutes, and let it read accurately. I saw it. It showed pregnancy sign. That's when I knew, oh wow, and it registered to me that I am. So when it registered to me, that's when I was able to have the discussions with the ones I've been talking about my situation and symptoms with, as well as my boyfriend. And it was an emotional discussion and definitely an emotional announcement. And I am definitely happy, and it's been definitely pretty much a reality check for me and made me realize that I'm actually going to be a mom. So I do want to share with you my experiences and what you may actually experience. I know some of you already know. For those who have been through it already, probably even going through it now, and know exactly the feelings and what it's like. Me personally, I can say I change in appetite, very fatigued. There's times I am extremely tired. There's times I have been restless, which that results to me feeling grumpy, which I'm used to getting my 6 and 8 hours of sleep. I love watching all other YouTube videos to see what other experiences people have had and what advice and information they can give. And some said it's okay, you can have 1 cup of tea. Tea and coffee. Coffee, because you can have a little bit of caffeine to get you by. And I've actually been doing that on days I have to go out and take care of things and not make it a habit and cut back, because you have to focus on eating healthy and changing your eating regimens a bit, and you have to also be active. So I try to keep in mind to make sure that I am staying active, that I'm not just sitting around constantly, even though I may be at home at times, and try to stay moving, because it's important to not be too complacent and not have no type of mobility. It's always good to have a little bit of exercise and move around to help you to deal with the pregnancy a little bit better. because you will be doing a lot. You will be eating a lot along the way. You will be feeling fatigue. You will be feeling nauseous. You will be feeling discomfort and pain here and there. But I'm learning how to work through it. But I did learn that the constant discomfort of the abdominal cramps and the spotting is due to just a little bit of the implantation as to why I was experiencing the discomfort and a little bit of the bleeding. But I did go to the doctor because I had a situation where it was a little bit too much for me and too intense, that I was a little bit worried. And this was about a week or so ago. I was a little bit worried. I didn't know if everything was normal, was everything okay because of spotting. And everything is normal. As I mentioned, it's normal to go through the situation when you are having your first trimester of pregnancy, as long as there's nothing that is unusual in spotting that's heavier than normal, like a regular period cycle. That is not supposed to happen, and that's not what's going on. So it makes me feel more confident and comfortable and aware to know that these are normal pregnancy symptoms. But I have definitely started my prenatal vitamins, because you have to take your prenatal vitamins. It's just a way to help with the baby's development and the nutrients and vitamins that the baby needs. I decide to grab the #1 Women's One a Day, because this is definitely one of the recommended brands. And I did make my first prenatal visit, which is supposed to be scheduled, I was told, about 8 weeks out. So I won't have my first prenatal visit until next month, which is fine. I'm happy about that. And I will be making more videos once I make my prenatal visit. I'll be able to share my experience with you. And definitely feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share. And you can make any suggestions, give your thoughts and opinions. And I'm happy to connecting with others who are going through the same thing, or even just building a connection and you learn more about who I am. But I'm definitely happy that you've tuned in and you decided to watch my video. And stay tuned, because I'm making my next one, which will be the next few weeks away from now, to show the next part of my journey. But once again, thanks for tuning in.